In the years after Christ's crucifixion, the early Christian community encountered tremendous adversity. Saint Stephen stands as the first Christian martyr, remembered for his fearless proclamation of Jesus' teachings in Jerusalem. His powerful defense before the council, refusing to recant his beliefs, led to his execution by stoning. Stephen's death marked a pivotal moment, sparking widespread persecution that forced many Christians to flee Jerusalem. As believers dispersed, they carried their faith to new regions, helping to spread the message of Christianity even further. James the Great, one of the 12 apostles and a close companion of Jesus, was the next to face martyrdom. Executed under Herod Agrippa's rule, James's courage deeply affected those around him, so much so that his accuser relented and chose to share in his fate. Around the same period, Timon and Parmenas, two early church deacons, also suffered martyrdom, reflecting the widespread risks faced by the movement's leaders. Philip dedicated his ministry to Upper Asia, spreading the Christian faith among diverse communities. His unwavering commitment led him to Heliopolis, where he endured severe persecution, including scourging and imprisonment. Ultimately, Philip was crucified, leaving a lasting mark on the Christian movement in that region through his example of steadfast faith. Matthew, once a tax collector, transformed into a devoted apostle and is traditionally credited with authoring the Gospel of Matthew. After Jesus' resurrection, he traveled to places like Parthia and Ethiopia to share the Christian message. In Ethiopia, Matthew's missionary work ended in martyrdom, as he was reportedly killed in the city of Nadaba, exemplifying his enduring dedication to the faith. James the Less, whose familial ties to Jesus have long been debated, played a significant leadership role in the Jerusalem church. He is recognized as the author of the Epistle of James, which emphasizes practical faith and ethical conduct. His unwavering devotion ultimately led to his violent death by stoning and clubbing, underscoring the risks faced by early Christian leaders. Following Judas Iscariot's betrayal, Matthias was chosen to restore the number of apostles. He devoted himself to spreading Jesus' teachings in Jerusalem and, according to tradition, faced fierce opposition that resulted in his martyrdom by stoning and beheading. Matthias's story highlights the sacrifices made by those who continued the apostolic mission. Andrew, the brother of Peter, is remembered for his far-reaching missionary journeys through regions like Scythia, Greece, and Asia Minor. His travels eventually brought him to Edessa, where he was condemned to death for his faith. Andrew's crucifixion on a cross with diagonal beams, later known as St. Andrew's Cross, became a lasting symbol of his legacy and sacrifice. St. Mark, also known as John Mark, became a key figure in the early church after his conversion. Serving as a close companion and interpreter for Peter, Mark authored one of the earliest Gospels, documenting Jesus' life and ministry. His efforts to establish the church in Alexandria ultimately led to his martyrdom, as he faced violent opposition from local idolaters. Mark's enduring legacy is marked by both his evangelism and his sacrifice. Peter's final days were defined by his steadfast faith. Condemned to death in Rome during Nero's persecution, Peter requested to be crucified upside down, believing himself unworthy to die in the same manner as Jesus. This act of humility and devotion has become a powerful symbol of his leadership and commitment within the early Christian community. Paul, once a fierce opponent of Christians, experienced a dramatic conversion that transformed him into one of the faith's most influential missionaries. He traveled widely, establishing churches and writing letters that shaped Christian theology. Paul's relentless dedication led to his arrest and eventual execution by beheading in Rome during Nero's persecution, cementing his legacy as a foundational figure in Christianity. Jude, often identified as the brother of James, is recognized for his steadfast commitment to spreading Jesus' teachings. His missionary work took him to Edessa, where he played a significant role in establishing early Christian communities. Ultimately, Jude faced martyrdom by crucifixion, and his example continues to inspire future generations of believers. Bartholomew is remembered for his extensive missionary journeys, which included translating the Gospel of Matthew to reach new audiences. His work in India and other regions was met with fierce opposition, and he was ultimately martyred by being beaten and crucified. Bartholomew's courage and devotion remain a testament to the challenges faced by early Christian missionaries. Thomas, known for his missionary efforts in Parthia and India, brought Christianity to distant lands. Despite facing resistance from local religious leaders, he established churches and converted many to the faith. Thomas's dedication led to his martyrdom by spear, and he is especially honored among Christian communities in India for his foundational role. Luke, both a physician and a close companion of Paul, played a vital role in documenting the growth of early Christianity. He is credited with writing the Gospel of Luke, which highlights compassion and inclusivity. According to tradition, Luke was martyred in Greece, likely hanged by those who opposed his teachings. His contributions to the New Testament continue to shape Christian thought. Simon the Zealot is believed to have traveled widely after Jesus' resurrection, sharing the Christian message in Africa and Britain. Despite limited details about his life, tradition holds that Simon was ultimately crucified in Britain for his faith. His story stands as a testament to the courage and perseverance of those who carried Christianity to distant lands. John, the beloved disciple and brother of James the Great, is celebrated for founding several early Christian churches. Tradition recounts that he survived an attempt on his life by being cast into boiling oil, and later was exiled to Patmos, where he wrote the book of Revelation. Unlike the other apostles, John is believed to have died of old age, making his story unique among the early leaders of the faith. Barnabas, a prominent figure in early Christianity, was known for his Cypriot and Jewish heritage. He worked closely with Paul, helping to establish new Christian communities and promote unity among believers. Tradition holds that Barnabas was martyred around AD 73, and his enduring legacy continues to inspire those who value faith and perseverance. Despite relentless persecution and the constant threat of martyrdom, the early church continued to grow and thrive. The unwavering faith and sacrifices of its members, especially the apostles and martyrs, provided a strong foundation for the Christian movement. Their enduring examples of devotion and resilience shaped the future of Christianity, demonstrating the transformative power of faith in the face of adversity.